Over the years, the WWE has brought us many spectacular events, but none bigger and better than the one and only WrestleMania. Hey people, how's it going? This is Flawless and Flawless Rage 2 bringing you another Throwback Thursday. This week we're talking about WrestleMania. WrestleMania 33 happens this Sunday. It's going to be a big event. I can't wait to see it. Great matches on the card, but let's talk about the history of it. WrestleMania started in 1985, and it was, the event which put WWE where it is today. Back then, of course, it was known as WWF, which stands for the World Wrestling Federation. WrestleMania, the very first one, came from Madison Square Garden in New York City. It was, at the time, the biggest event in the history of the world. It was hyped, it was pumped, it was everything. And WrestleMania will always be like that. Every single year they change titles for many events, but they'll never change the one for WrestleMania. WrestleMania 2 came from two events. I think it was Chicago and also New York. And they used to go back and forth, and they had quite a lot of people there. Celebrities have been at WrestleMania over the years as well. WrestleMania 3, up until last year, at time of recording, was the biggest indoor attendance record ever. 93,178, I believe it was. I could be a few out there. People packed in the Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, for WrestleMania 3 to see the slam heard around the world from Andre the Giant. Well, from when Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant. And it was like the thing at the time. WrestleMania 4 came from, you won't believe this, both 4 and 5 came from the same place. Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino. You heard me right, Trump Plaza. Mr. Donald Trump hosted WrestleMania for 2 years consecutive. Let's talk about some of the superstars that have appeared there. You see some on the front of this DVD, which you've seen on a previous video. You've got Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, just to name but a few. Also names like Sergeant Slaughter, The Ultimate Warrior, King Kong Bundy. Fucking hell, there's so many to go through. I'll be here all night if I mention them all. But the matches have been absolutely fantastic. WrestleMania 6. That was a pretty good one. The main event for that night was title for title, Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. Warrior held the WWF Intercontinental Championship, and Hulk Hogan held the WWF Championship. Just plain then. Nothing like what they got today. Nothing like a Universal Championship or anything like that. It was just a WWF title. And Ultimate Warrior won, beating Hulk Hogan. That's one of the most talked about matches, as is the Hogan-Andre one, to be perfectly honest with you. But over the years it's got bigger and better, it's evolved, and I'm just really happy to be a wrestling fan right now. I love wrestling, it is my life, it always will be, it comes before anything else, and WrestleMania, let's get back onto where they came from and some of the matches, shall we? WrestleMania 7, I'm not entirely sure where that one came from, I've forgotten. However, I do know one of the matches, which was on The Undertaker versus Jake the Snake Roberts. Or was it? No, that was 8, sorry. The first time Undertaker was at WrestleMania, he went against the legendary Superfly Jimmy Snuka, which also takes you back to WrestleMania 1, where the main event for that night was Hulk Hogan and Mr. T from the A-Team, yeah, the very same one, versus the late great Roddy Piper, and also Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And in their corner they had, I believe, Hulk Hogan had Jimmy Snuka in his corner, and in the other corner for Roddy Piper they had the Ace Cowboy Bob Orton, which is Randy Orton's dad. Will Randy win this Sunday against Bray Wyatt? We'll find out. And it's just a fantastic, WrestleMania is just a fantastic event. Taking you on this journey of Throwback Thursday, this is the one I'm most hyped about. Yes, I've done the other ones, but this one is the one I've been most hyped about doing. I actually had a different Throwback Thursday planned for this week, and then I realised what week it was, and I thought, oh, I better make a recording. So, yeah, this is it. And it's absolutely brilliant. I love it. And, you know, it's come from many places over the years, including Las Vegas, Nevada, for WrestleMania 9. And who can forget WrestleMania 10? Madison Square Garden. After 10 years, they went back to Madison Square Garden for WrestleMania. The first match, brother versus brother. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Owen Hart. Absolutely fantastic match. And the chemistry in that match, the ring work, everything was absolutely fantastic in that match. Other matches that night include the women's match of the night, which was Alundra Blaze, also known as Medusa, versus Leilani Kai. And, you know, there's what else was there that night? Oh, ladder match. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon. An absolutely fantastic ladder match. Some of the greatest stuff you'll ever watch. It's edge of your seat stuff, it really is. WrestleMania 11. Shawn Michaels coming down on and making that huge entrance from the top of the arena down to like the crowd. WrestleMania 12. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Shawn Michaels in an Iron Man match, which was supposed to last for an hour, but went slightly over, and that's where the boyhood dream was realised. When Shawn Michaels won the WWF Championship that night. Absolutely fantastic. WrestleMania 13 from Chicago. Once again, brilliant stuff there. You've got matches there like Bret the Hitman Hart versus that man right there, Stone Cold Steve Austin, where Bret the Hitman Hart won via knockout because Stone Cold was bleeding profusely in the ring. Blood coming down his face and everything, all over his teeth coming down, just knocked him out cold. Knocked him out stone cold. Ha. There was someone talking to me the other day about puns in my videos. There's one for you. You know, you know, it's just a great thing to. It's just a great thing to be involved with, be a fan of. You know, I love watching WrestleMania every year. It's hype. It's everything. WrestleMania. Here we go. The road to WrestleMania is nearly at its final stop. This year, I believe it's coming from, I think it's New Orleans. I'm not sure. All I know is it's this Sunday. And the night before is the Hall of Fame, which is part of WrestleMania, I always consider it anyway. The Hall of Fame is always sort of like the night before WrestleMania. I believe it's a couple of days before this year. Some fantastic people over the years gone into the Hall of Fame, including the Rated R superstar Edge has gone in there. Kane's not a Hall of Famer. He's introduced Pete Rose in 2004, who was a baseball player. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the one and only Terminator, is in the WWE Hall of Fame. I am not shitting you. It happened. Mr. T is in the Hall of Fame. But the wrestlers in the Hall of Fame, you know, you've got sort of like Bullet Bob Armstrong, Hall of Famer. The legendary Jim Ross. Sorry about your latest news, Jim. We're all praying for you, mate. You know, Hall of Famer. Jerry the King Lawler, Hall of Famer. The legend that is Eddie Guerrero, in one of the most upsetting wrestling stories you'll ever hear, is in the Hall of Fame. Eddie Guerrero was one of my favourite wrestlers, and always will be. I have his T-shirts, and I have like 2 of his DVDs and stuff, and you know, just a whole host of other things. I did have an actual Eddie Guerrero wrestling figure until my son took it. But yeah, it's all part of the one event known as WrestleMania, a legendary event held every single year, started back in 1985. Here we are 33 years later, and we're still going strong. This is WWE at its finest. Well, may not have been as informative as I liked, but I had to quickly make this video. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. That was Throwback Thursday for WrestleMania. Hopefully you're going to watch it. By the way, do you like the cover I'm using? Bit of WWE for you. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Turn on post notifications to be notified of every single time I load a brand new video. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your love towards my videos. And thank you for being, just enjoying my content, really. Hello to any new subscribers. You're awesome. Welcome to the Flawless family. And that's around about it. So until next time, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. And always, always remember, guys, to keep smiling.